The G20 Summit has officially kicked off with South African President Cyril Ramaphosa making his opening statement in Johannesburg. In his remarks, Ramaphosa said rising geopolitical tensions, global warming, pandemics, energy, armed conflict, and food security and insecurity continue to jeopardize the collective future. He also emphasized the need for the reformation of the international financial architecture and the strengthening of institutions.
Thriving economies lift people out of poverty. They encourage greater investment and trade, and they generate the revenue needed to invest in public goods. The threats facing humanity today, from escalating geopolitical tensions, global warming, pandemics, energy and food insecurity, to inequality, unemployment, extreme poverty, and armed conflict, jeopardize our collective future.
Prior to the opening ceremony, the South African president welcomed world leaders at the venue, including Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The G20 summit is taking place without the participation of the US. President Trump has reportedly boycotted the summit. The White House says that Trump skipped the event, stating that South Africa's focus on global cooperation in trade and climate action does not align with US policies. Following this, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi arrived in South Africa to attend the G20 summit. Shortly after his arrival, the Prime Minister held a bilateral with his Australian counterpart Anthony Albanese. The talks focused on bolstering economic and defence ties with both countries. WION correspondent Kalden Ongmu has more reports on the summit and the latest from Johannesburg.
Leaders are gathering in Johannesburg, South Africa's economic hub, for the annual G20 Leaders Summit, the first ever to be held in an African country amid a boycott by the United States. About 42 countries are taking part in the meetings. Apart from the bilateral meetings that will be taking place between different countries, the leaders will formally sit in two different sessions today. First session is about inclusive and sustainable economic growth, leaving no one behind. There will also be presentation by the recommendations of Africa Expert Panel Report and Extraordinary Committee of Independent Experts on Global Wealth Inequality. The second session is going to be about a resilient world and the G20's contribution on disaster risk reduction, climate change and just energy transition. This is Kalden Ongmu from Johannesburg, South Africa for WION The World is One.